on this morning, and news director Kevin.
Thank you, Steve, and good morning, everyone. I think you're going to be very interested in our guest today. Brent Anderson is here, and some of you may know Brent from his work with the Sears House and so forth, but he also is an author now, and he has written a book called We Three Kings. And I guess, first of all, Brent, why don't you kind of discuss exactly how you came up with the idea of writing a book, and explain briefly what the book is about without telling the whole story.
All right, I'll try not to give any spoilers. Well, in 2007, I was actually just in the kitchen, drying some dishes and humming along with some Christmas tunes around Christmas time, and the song We Three Kings was playing, and I was just sitting there, and I was thinking to myself, and the thought occurred to me, I wonder, what if they were we, W-E-E, three kings? Yeah. And that thought just kind of captured me, and I started kind of putting together this little story in my head. So I decided, hey, you know what, I'm going to write my kids a short story for a Christmas present and give it to them this Christmas. And this was already December. So anyway, I sat down one night, about 9 p.m., started typing on my computer, putting the story out there, and by 3 a.m. the next morning, I had 3 chapters written and an outline for an entire children's chapter book. So at that point I said, okay, this isn't going to be done by Christmas, so I decided, hey, I'm going to write on this for a year and have a full book to present to my kids, my family, next Christmas. So I actually got hired at Sears House in 2008 in July, and so it was a busy year for me. There were several months where I went without writing at all. So by the next Christmas I only had 9 chapters written, approximately 16,000 words. Let the cat out of the bag at that time, let my family know what I was doing, and from that point on it kind of became a family project. My kids, they're like, Dad, you got to write the next chapter, we got to know what happens. So it became a fun family event at that time. I'd write another chapter, read it to the family, and again my kids say, well, what happens next? So it took me about 3 years to get the whole story out of my head into the computer, and then that's when the editing process started.
All right. And so, yeah, the kids kind of helped, and the kids also have pictures in the book, right?
Absolutely, yeah. There's 10 pictures inside the book, the internal art, and each one of my children, Caleb, who's 15, Abigail, who's 12, and Faith, who is now turned 6, they all drew a picture, which I had put in the book. So they all have a piece in it.
All right, very good. Real quick, before we take the break, describe what the book's about.
Well, the we, W-E-E, three kings of the book, the main characters are 3 ceramic wise men, and they come to life. They turn into real little people each Christmas Eve, and they have to figure out what their mission from God is before they turn to ceramic again in the morning. And they have a comic relief character. Their little camel gets into a lot of mischief in the book. Many of my friends have read it, said, you know, this would make a good Pixar movie. The action adventure and the humor and the storyline are kind of reminiscent of kind of like a Toy Story type of a movie, but it's in book form, of course. So that gives you kind of an idea of what it's about.
Yeah, good children's book, definitely something for the kids to read. It runs about a couple hundred pages. So anyway, let's take a break. We're going to give away a couple of Brent's book here during the break. First 2 callers at 633 9400, 633-9400. You'll get a signed copy of Brent Anderson's book. Just give us a call right now, 633-9400. Back in just a sec. All right, we're back on News Extra. We're talking to Brent Anderson, and he has written a book called We Three Kings, a great little children's book that you might think about for Christmas, maybe for your kids, and get them not only reading, I think they'll enjoy it, but it's just a nice little gift for them. And we've kind of talked about how it got started and what it's about. But the book also, proceeds from the book are going to some charities as well, right?
Yeah, correct. I've designated the entire grand release month, which is officially November. All royalties earned in the month of November are going to go to 3 charities. First one is Show Hope, which is an organization started by Christian music artist Stephen Curtis Chapman and his wife that helps orphans around the world. The next one is Croatian Relief Services. They have an orphanage in Haiti, and Teresa Scanlon helps raise funds for that orphanage, and of course our own Sears House Inc., which is near and dear to my heart, where I work. And incidentally, each one of those nonprofits are represented in some form in the storyline of the book. There is an orphanage. Seeing the characters, they literally go all over the world, in and out of different people's hands. One of the characters near the end of the book is a character named Charlie, who's a schizophrenic homeless man, who's one of the heroes of the book. So there's a tie-in with the Sears House and what we do to help people with mental illness. And so I'm just real excited to raise money for these 3 nonprofits. And Teresa Scanlon, when I shared the idea with her, she was totally on board, and she's going to be helping with book promotions in the month of November as well.
That's great. By the way, we have our winners now of the 2 free books, Sherry Gifford of Harrisburg and Bob Taylor of Gearing. So you don't need to call anymore. Congratulations to those folks. And Governor Heineman's going to promote the book when he's out here, right?
Yeah, I had the opportunity to meet Governor Heineman and told him about my book and how I was raising funds. And he agreed to do a media event with me in the month of November,
right,
where I will present him with a signed copy of the book. And we're still working out the details of where that will be. Cappuccino and Company in downtown Scottsbluff has volunteered to host that event. I need to okay that with the governor's staff, I assume, but I don't see why they'd have any issues with that. So it's just really coming together. I've been really blessed with all the doors that just continue to open for me, and thank you for having me on your show today too as well.
All right, real quick, you're self-publishing it, right?
I am.
It'll be on Amazon?
It's already on Amazon. You can buy the book version or the Kindle version on Amazon. You can go to my website, www.we3kings.com. Don't forget the extra E in the we, W-E-E, 3 Kings.
WEE3kings.com. And look it up on Amazon, too, and you can get the book right there.
Absolutely.
And it's pretty easy, and we're going to kind of try to help Brent kind of get some word out of it in other places in addition to Scottsbluff, because we just think it's that good a project. So
thank you so much.
You bet. All right. Well, congratulations, and good luck on it all.
Thank you.
All right. Back to you, Steve. All right. Very good.
Thank you so much.
Super.